Greetings. Welcome back to Chimo Chills. Can you believe it? I have done it again. I've been making videos now for about a year and a half, and how does it happen, if you're wondering, that I forget to check my mic? Well, what it is, I have a great big green button right on my mic. That's my mute button. That's the first thing I check. The other thing I do is I peek on over and make sure my audios are going up and down, because you can see the audio levels. Unfortunately, I mistake the in-game audio levels for my mic sometimes, and then I get into a hard recording session and I get through a couple episodes. So we have 2 episodes of Chimo Chills Asmir for me to record for you today. This episode and the next will be Asmir. Then it'll flip back to a proper recording. Hello, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. We are, of course, the Livonian Order, working our way to great, beautiful blue, or is it like purple? It's like a blue-purple Livonia. That's what we're working our way towards. Thank you for joining us. I'm trying to remember back now. This was a couple days ago I recorded this. I'm thinking, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're looking at Poland here, and we have cores to return for beautiful Teutons. As you can see, I've already snatched the one province of Memel, his most northern province here. And I'm trying to get Austria to join me too, and I'm not sure why. His debt, that's what it is. His debt's stopping him from joining me, and I don't have more favors to spend. I don't feel like I need him on this. It would just be like, you know when you have a checklist, and it's like, things that are nice, things that are must. I'm saying Austria joining this war, that's kind of like a nice, it's not a must. I don't have to have it. Austria, you're useful, I value you. I appreciate your input, but you're not required. You are what's the word? Not essential. You are not essential, Austria. Deal with it. Deal with it like the rest of us world did for the last couple of years. Not essential. Yeah, I'm kind of foreshadowing here. I'm pretty sure I don't get Austria to join me on this war. I might even let another year go by before I give up on it. It starts going the wrong way, or the debt starts growing. It's slipping my mind which of the two it is. You can see when you click on Austria's provinces of interest, he basically has the whole HRE with only a little bit of Bohemia and a couple random provinces in the middle there that aren't highlighted. Otherwise, he's like, I want it all, man. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what my plan is. It's funny, Austria. That's my exact same plan. Except I just want the northern. Because, of course, we're going for Livonian, almost Prussian Blue, which is we have to conquer all of North Germany as Livonia. Starting as Livonian Order, flip over to Livonia, conquer all North Germany. I'm still not sure how I'm going to break up the HRE yet, because the alliances are not working out for me. What you want is, you want Austria to be allied to, like, every single elector, or half of the electors, and then you can ally up the other ones, and then just declare an Austria. Easy peasy, break up the HRE. Once you're strong enough to beat Austria, that is. Where I'm not strong enough 2 episodes where I would necessarily want to fight. Well, he's my ally, for one. He is still my ally, I'll give that away. But I could take Austria in a 1v1. It's just not the moment yet. I'm still using him to expand other places. Then there's the aggressive expansion. If I stay allied with these big countries like Austria, Bohemia, any big country next to me I'm allied to, or Muscovy I'm currently allied to. I'm trying not to give away who I ally in the future. But, yeah, as long as I'm allied to them, you're getting, I think it's 0.25 or only 25% of the aggressive expansion actually that they would get actually makes it to them. So it's very little. And then on top of that, even if their aggressive expansion does manage to creep up to like 100, say your best friend, longtime ally, has 100 AE on him. It still doesn't matter as long as you have positive relations. That's why it's kind of funny when you have a long-time ally like that and you rival him or something happens and then like instantly he's your enemy and he hates you and you're like, what? You're like, how is that possible? And that's what it is. It's that the aggressive expansion maybe had creeped its way up to 100 already and you hadn't realized that. And then when he flipped off being your ally, he's like, dude, You are the worst. Like, what? We were literally fighting side by side. We were brothers. We played swords in the toilet together. I mean, we were literally brothers, man. And now he's abandoned us. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. So we're looking at... Oh, I want to re-ally. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm already trying to figure out how I'm going to bust up that HRE. Saxony, obviously, being one of the electors. That's the only reason I'm allying him. The other flip side to that is Saxony, it has an army. It's not the smallest country in the HRE, right? It's not like Brandenburg or Bohemia big, but it's reasonable. And sometimes they grow. Sometimes they do manage to take over their area and get nice and chonky boy. Kind of become like a triumvirate with Bohemia, Brandenburg, and Saxony. 3 big chunky boys. Yeah, I'm still looking back at that. It's 176 ducats I would have to pay off for Austria. My economy cannot handle that. I want my monies for myself, okay? I need it. I need my monies. I'm a little surprised I haven't declared this war on the Polish yet. Dave, man, you gotta just abandon the Austrians. I know what I'm thinking here is that with this latest patch, there's manpower issues for days. Like, for days, manpower issues. So I'm just trying to, like, have as many of these wars go easy peasy. So I have the option to jump right back into another one, if and when I choose, as I start my next episode. Where other times I finish an episode, I have a bunch of coring to do, I have no points to core them with, I have no manpower. Those are the times I'll let maybe 2, sometimes up to like 4 or 5 years even, pass between an episode. Now that's not the most optimal way to play, per se. Like, if I'm trying to get just maximum growth, sometimes I'm being inefficient by doing that, but I do it that way so I can pack all of that action into an episode, and I don't have to make jump cuts all the time and break it all up, or I can just like, okay, perfect. Truces are ending in the right order, one after another. Let's get to it, boys. Let's jump on in. So that is why I do that sometimes. I'm not making excuses. Oh, I could be a lot better. Like, no, but I definitely could be a little bit better if I didn't do that way. The flip side to that is stopping in between episodes and just kind of looking around the map, opening the screens, checking trade, all those little things. Is I play better because I don't miss things. I'll miss it when I'm recording, like I'll forget to reduce autonomy, or an army will be sitting black flagging and I'll just miss it. I'll be narrating, I'll be fighting multiple wars, I'll be jumping back and forth. And then, like, as soon as the episode ends, or if I'm like editing in post-production or I'm watching it back, I see my mistakes instantly. Instantly, I look, I'm like, Dave, man, what are you doing? When nothing comes of it, it's not so bad. But when you have like a bad loss or a bad beat or whatever, and then you got to start spending money or merking up, or all your manpower's gone, that's where you cringe at yourself. You're like, come on, Dave, pay attention. But I mean, obviously, it's a lot easier to be watching something back and spot mistakes than it is to find them as you go, right? Like, as you narrate your way through, too. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm like thinking out loud and then reacting as these things are happening to me. That's why these Asmir sessions are very different. Like, what I'm doing right now is very different, because I'm unable to react to as things happen, you know? Because it's well, it already happened and I don't remember it. Like, I don't remember 3 episodes ago. Like, I can start it and be like, oh, okay, I kind of remember the start of this, but then as the events unfold, nope. No, I do not have a photoscopic memory like that. I apologize. But that's why we have video. That's why we got video, says my chads and lasses. That is why we are here. Thank you for joining me. If you're still listening to me this far in, I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you for sticking around. How is your experiences with Vicky 3 going? I played it a bit. It just didn't do it for me. I don't know. It was like I don't know, the way that wars are set up, like Hearts of Iron. It was the same deal with Hearts of Iron. It was fun. I played it for a bit. I'm not knocking on it. I'm not going to be like it's a crap game or anything like that. I'm not going to go that far with it. But you compare, like, I consider EU4 the best game ever made. It's easily the best real-time strategy, grand strategy, history game. Easily the best of that, whatever you want to call overarching genre. But this is one of the best games ever made. It really is. And I could, like, go through for some different genres through the times. Like, let me go with a bit of my my thoughts on that. Like best zombie game ever made is that what is that one with the motorcycles that came out originally for Sony? Days Gone. Days Gone. If you appreciate zombie games and you've never played Days Gone, do yourself a favor. It is the best zombie game ever made. Period. Period. Now someone could argue me and be like, "No, that's not real survival horror." Yeah, I like the old Resident Evil style with the fixed cameras. And okay, if you're talking a very specific style, okay, that's fair. But if you're just like wide open sandbox, has zombies, has stuff to do, it has replay value. I have beat that game on its hardcore setting, I think 6 or 7 times now, no joke. I like that game so much. I'm like I have a grand strategy channel here, and I'm considering just recording a series of that game so much, just because it gives me an excuse to play the crap out of it. Yeah. Anyway, so back to EU4. I declared my war. I declared my war. And the funny thing is, I was talking about zombie games. I totally missed who I called into that. It does look like Lithuania got dragged in. Yeah. I'm focusing on Lithuania first. Oh, I mean, I can't hover back. I probably could just hover back with you recording it, but no, I just wanted this to go through. I don't want to start messing it up like that. It's already bad enough I forget my audio and I got to sit here for an asthma session. Ooh, he gets picked off. I run back. He's got full morale. Okay, these boys are okay. Nice. New level of army professionalism. I think that's 20 we just passed there. For 1465, and that I've been at pretty constant war, that is an acceptable level of professionalism. I accept. Ooh, look at that air. Is that 2-4? I think that was a 2-4-2-2. I'm kind of sitting back in my chair as I'm recording this, and being that I have OBS open, it's like, it's not my full screen, so I can't actually read everything very easily. The numbers aren't as clear as it would be otherwise. I'll be able to see everything easy, but it's like a little screen within a screen with the recording things. Yeah. If anyone's ever done any video editing or knows OBS, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to remember back. My thoughts here is I didn't co-belligerent Lithuania. I declared directly on Poland. I'm trying to remember exactly why I couldn't. I think Lithuania is guaranteed from Muscovy to stop my expansion. If I'm trying to remember this right. Or at this point, he might have been allied with Sweden still. That's what happens. All right, so I just gave away what Muscovy will end up guaranteeing Lithuania in the future. At this point, I think they're actually allied up with a big, chonky, independent Sweden, who if I remember, I could take on. I could have fought, but why? Why do that, right? Like, why waste all your manpower, especially in this patch where manpower is at such a premium? They nerfed the quantity idea group. In general, manpower is just... it seems like not only did they nerf quantity, but it's like they just made it tighter across the board for manpower. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe it's only the fact that they nerfed quantity alone. That is the changes. Remember, Ludi did a video on that. I had it on in the background, but I didn't. I didn't take notes. Okay, I forgot to take notes. I should have taken notes. Sorry, Ludi. Sorry, Ludes. Make more videos, buds. Why am I looking at the Swiss here? I must just be like looking at allies or something. I am not fighting Milan right now. I'm almost certain it's just the Poles and... Oh, there must be HRE countries in there too. Maybe a couple of random minors. Yeah, and I'm just looking for allies over there, I guess. Seems weird that I'm looking at Switzerland and Milan. This is where I need to pay attention. I am literally narrating the campaign in front of you right now. I gotta stop talking about other games and pay attention to what's going on the screen here. But yeah, Days Gone, best zombie game I can think of. Now, it wouldn't be the best shooter ever made, but if I'm just to like jump onto first-person shooters, I have to say like Halo 1 was I'm old enough. I am old enough to vaguely remember GoldenEye coming out. So I can remember the old, Wolfenstein, Doom. I was a tiny little kid, They were getting passed around on floppy disks. Those discs with the sliding thing on it. And I remember getting Doom forever ago. I don't really remember I remember playing Doom, but I was tiny. I was young then. But GoldenEye, I definitely played the crap out of. I vaguely remember it being released. That was N64. But then Halo. Halo was... You say Quake had a big impact on shooters, like a really big impact, but Halo was just one of those games that brought it all together so well, and it felt so good. The amount of people that bought the original Xbox for no other reason than Halo 1, I couldn't tell you. It should be accredited with success of that console, because that console and the Xbox wouldn't exist today if it wasn't for Halo 1. Honestly, that's not even an exaggeration at all. And Halo 3 is obviously a better game overall. They had polished it off. But I'm just saying for the impact at the time, it's hard to think of a game that was bigger and had a bigger impact, or at least for shooters. So I don't know. I'm not giving a clear what is the best shooter of all time. That's a tough one. I can't do that. And I haven't been playing any of the new ones. I'm gonna boot up this new Battle Royale. There you go, the Battle Royale Modern Warfare. So I used to play the old Call of Duties before they went off the rocker. Crazy Modern Warfare 2022 2 version 2. Yeah, I played the old ones when they were in World War II. That's what Call of Duty was. They're all World War II games. So no, the original Modern Warfare was good. I do remember playing the crap out of that back in the day. That's old multiplayer. And the chat lobbies were completely unedited. You think Elon Musk's version of Twitter is hard for your fragile ears? Oh my god, the old video game, the old internet, completely filter free. There were no thought police. There were no thought. It was us kids, and people would try to offend each other, and they would just laugh at it. And yeah, and we had this ability. I mean, I don't know if the kids today have lost this ability, but we had this ability to mute the people we didn't want to hear, or turn the volume down if we didn't like what we were hearing. It's this crazy ability, or just not think about it. Yeah, I don't know. That ability has been lost, apparently. A little bit of sarcasm there. So I'm trying to piece out Lithuania. I really don't want to fight his army. I think Lithuania accounts for half of the enemy. Yeah, that's what was happening there. He was moving in with that stack. There is, 38,000 surrounding my little stack there, ready to come and smash me away. And he wouldn't have wiped me, but he would have definitely... as you see, I have 12,000, roughly 13,000 total manpower, top left corner there. That would have eaten up half of it. Like, I would have lost 5,000-6,000 troops in that loss. That would have been a bad day. It would have made me very sad. So, now I can see. It's Poland and Brandenburg. I've just been ignoring the Brandenburg. It's almost like Brandenburg is invading... He must be on my Lübeck province, because it looked like he was in Denmark there. Yeah, that's what it is. He's on Lübeck. Okay. This works out really perfect for me, because I'm Black Flag. The way it works with when your armies are Black Flag is the enemy AI, you become invisible to them. You are literally invisible to them. So you can do things like shadow them if you know or suspect they're going to go to one of your provinces or one of their own provinces that you have occupied, because those are the places you can un-Black Flag your armies. So you can use that to your advantage. Sneaky in, same time as them, un-Black Flag on the plot right next to them, wham! Smash those guys out of existence, though I am losing that battle. So all of my talking about how, and grand strategizing, yeah, maybe take it with a grain of salt because I just lost that battle. But no, that strategy does work. It works really well. They cannot see you at all. They definitely cannot see you as you run around like that. So that was a battle against Lithuania I just managed to avoid by piecing them out. Then I ran back over, got my butt kicked, and I'm taking out loans. So you can see, it could be a lot worse. I mean, the Lithuanian army could have smashed me away there, but it could be better, right? I could have not had to... I want to take the Renaissance. That's what it is. It pushes me closer to that military tech. Like, if I had that military tech with the better units right there, it's reasonable to assume I would have won that battle. Or at least the losses would have been way more even, right? There we go. We have a Renaissance through the whole capital region. Oh yeah, I just accepted it. So that's why the knowledge sharing ends. When you accept it, it automatically ends. I think it's how it works is it'll when you have knowledge sharing, it'll fill your whole capital state +1 per month advancement or +2 per month advancement on top of what other bonuses you have. So it fills up that capital state real quick. Definitely worth it. If you can afford it, do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, I'm just looking for future allies. I'll give some foreshadowing. I have not got France as an ally yet. I'm still trying. I'm still trying. Episodes from now, I am still trying on that. So sad. That's the ultimate alliance for smashing into Europe. You get the Ottoman on one side, Ottoman on the south, France on the west, and then yourself north and east. And you can just the three of you can just punch into the HRE, all three of you together. Maybe even get Spain in on that. It's a big gangbang. We're all smashing the HRE together. HRE's like, oh no! Oh my, I never... I'm trying to get all... there you go. All the boys added up with me. I need everyone. We need all of you. You're all needed. It's like those old World War II posters. We need you. We need you to go smash them. I don't have any of their land. I have nothing occupied yet. Brandenburg, I'm coming for you. You've got to get out of this war. See, I can't tell if that's minus 28 or 20. I think that's minus 28%. The Brandenburg siege on Lübeck on the top right. Now it just went behind the army pop up there. So we're pretty good. Oh, and I'm grabbing random white. Perfect. Perfect. I definitely planned that. Definitely, 100%. Chased him down to the edge of his empire to smash him out of existence. Again, I don't got to push. Yeah, it's minus 14 on Brandenburg. I don't got to do much to Brandenburg. I just got to get him the heck out of this war. Yeah, take the prestige mode. Yes, please. So I would think my thought here is I grab the one province next to Berlin. I am sitting on Berlin currently, and with just those two even, or if I grab like Neumark and whatever that Dramberg is, if I grab those two, that might be enough to just get the white piece. I don't gotta extract cash. Are we doing Brandenburg? Yes, yes, perfect. No, just throw them out. Throw them out. Just yeet them out. Don't risk losing the Lübeck siege. That's the big thing there. He takes the Lübeck siege, and suddenly Brandenburg might want to fight for another 10 years of this war. Just drag you out. We don't want that. We just want you gone. I'm curious, am I going to get greedy? No, I'm not. Okay, I'm going to throw him out. Like, Dave, man, don't get greedy. Throw him out. I'm trying to be greedy. You can see I'm trying to get a ducat out of him. If I could just squeeze one ducat out of him. Just one single ducat. I must have ran from that southern route, because the way access moves is you can always go back to where you came from. It didn't black flag me automatically when I pieced out Brandenburg, which can happen. I guess that means I still had access, but it wouldn't let me go straight east. That's what I don't understand with my route of access there. Maybe the fort in Poznan and the occupied fort down in Bohemia there. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm not sure why I didn't have that access back. And when I'm actually playing the game, I'm not going to sit and think about this through as much. I have to keep narrating. I have to keep doing the next thing, right? There's definitely times where I want to stop and think and read pop-ups more and whatnot, understand what's happening, but it'll be 2-3 minutes pauses, me humming and hawing. I'm pretty good. I can read written text fairly fast. It's okay. I had done some communications when I was younger in school, so I'm a little bit natural at that. But yeah, it's, what are we doing here? I've got my first fort. No, Lublin is not a fort. Well, it's like 3 versus 1 at this point. So we've got this. I'm a little surprised I'm not jumping on the fort in Bohemia there, because I want to make sure Bohemia doesn't peace out. I want all my boys helping me out here, sieging down the Poles. Yeah, I'm not sure what the heck I'm talking about here. We have our next. These are great. I like how many government reforms they have added. It's nice that they're spicing things up and they're making it a little more unique. That would be, I guess, one of the criticisms against Vicky 3. It just seemed like you were doing the same thing whatever country you played. I didn't play it enough to pretend to be an expert. I'm not trying to present myself as that, but I don't know. It didn't do it. Maybe they'll fix it later on. I know that Hearts of Iron has still a very strong fan base. I had played it more when it was newer, or I guess not new, but newer. Yeah, the games that last 10 years. I mean, EU4 now. How old is this game even? I was in trade school when I first saw it. My now friend Tomas had it up on his laptop, and I looked over and, what the heck are you playing, man? That might have even been like how I met him. I asked him what he was playing, and he was playing EU4. What the heck is this game? I think I went home and bought it that night. Like, I need to play this. What is this? And yeah, here we are years later. Now, I didn't play non-stop the whole time for like 7 years. There was, at one point, they had updated their policy. It was like their access policy. And I remember I started reading, like I just started skimming through it, and it was like there was a line in it that essentially boiled down to, we will use and give your information to the full extent of what's legally allowed in your jurisdiction. I remember just reading that and being like, what the heck does this have to do with a grand strategy game? Like, what does collecting my personal data have to do? I've already given you my money. I've already bought the expansions, the DLCs. You need to also try to harvest and sell my data. Like, it just turned me off so much. I actually took like a 2-year break from this game. No joke. I took a couple-year break from it because it annoyed me so much. And I came back and there was a new DLC. I couldn't even tell you what DLC that was. Off the top of my head, maybe it was Emperor or something. I don't know. There's been so many of them. But yeah, a DLC came out, and I quickly scanned the terms of service. I didn't see that again, but maybe it's probably just worded better. They were too plain. They were too honest was the problem, and I was just like, oh, like you are a business. It's like, I know every video game companies are businesses and need to make money, but that doesn't sit right. Where they're literally saying every bit of information we can legally get away with harvesting and selling to third parties, we will. We're like, what? Aren't these supposed to be... They're usually like privacy notes. Like, look, we respect your privacy. We would never sell your information. This one was the opposite of that. It was like bragging. We are going to sell you. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the one break I took from EU4 in all of my years of playing this beloved game. I still love this game. It's a great game. And hopefully they're not selling... I mean, the other companies are selling our information. Probably nothing's worse than TikTok. I am not on TikTok. Do not go on that. The algorithm is literally made to make young people in the West dumb. In China, TikTok shows science, learning, families, promotes their culture. In the West, the algorithm has TikTok promote pranks, idiocy, degeneracy, kids... having babies that are like all sorts of nonsense, sex. It's like they literally are. Stay off that app, guys. That's not an old man ranting. That's a wise individual speaking to another wise individual. Just do yourself a favor. It's like the dating apps for like below average dudes. It'll just destroy your self-confidence. It'll make you think that you are less than what you are. You know, there's great videos available that talk about the science and the why behind all that. If you want to go on a deep dive more, I am coming up to the end of my episode. I'm talking about dating apps, apparently. This is an EU4 channel. This is not a self-help / life advice channel. We are Chimo Chills. We conquer. There's no time to help the people we're conquering. We're just busy conquering. That is what we do here. I have all my cores. I am going in for my peace treaty. We have to make this happen. I don't think I get greedy here. I think I only grab... Yeah, I do. I just grab the cores. And I humiliate him. And I dip on out. Even though I'm giving these away, I am 99% sure that this is all show and theater. That I just take the cores. See, I got the cores right now. It's only 5.8 aggressive expansion. No one cares. No one cares at all. They couldn't care any less. You got those war reps. Humiliate him. Steal the final ducat. Boom. And it's a hundo. It's a... Oh, 99. Sorry. It's a 99 war score. Am I not going to take the ducat? I'm being kind. Maybe I'm being generous. I'm not going to leave him with a single ducat. Do it. Do it! Yes! 32.4 ducats, all of this stuff. The core is returned, no one cares, and life is good. Thank you for sitting through this Asmir session. I do appreciate you supporting the channel and getting to the end of the episodes, especially a kind of a fun, silly one like this. Have yourself a great day. Until the next time we meet, goodbye.